I was a longtime Workfront user and a huge fan of it. If I were speaking to anyone who was interested in purchasing it, this is what I would tell them before they buy it. I would say, one, the learning curve is incredibly short. It is a very intuitive tool. It was so easy for myself as the project manager, for other team members to pick up and use and to feel efficient very quickly. So we could share information on different projects, we could identify impediments. We were able to be up and running far faster than you might expect. And that's why I would tell someone absolutely before they would get rolling with the tool. So in speaking to anyone, if I'm explaining what do I use Adobe Workfront for, it's project management. It's waterfall project management, it's agile project management. Workfront is able to accommodate both methodologies. And of course, we live in a very agile world. Scrum ceremonies and all those things are common. We need updates on the work. We need to know, do we have impediments or are we proceeding as we intended to? Do we have feedback from our customers? Are we incorporating that feedback as we drive towards timelines? All of those questions are things we're asked on a daily basis. Workfront helps us get those answers. So when I think about why was Adobe Workfront chosen, the reason is, for our personal situation, we were using SharePoint as a project management tool. And it was getting us by, but it wasn't sufficient. It wasn't robust enough. We didn't have the reporting, we didn't have the clarity that we needed. Workfront provided all of that. Through its very graphic interface, it was easy to be able to give a presentation, give an update, share with anyone from a team member to an upper level manager. This is where things are. This is what's coming next. This is a list of the current priority projects. Workfront enabled that type of reporting out and concurrent management that we did not previously have. So, like a lot of companies or organizations that are starting out, before we had Workfront, and when I joined as the first project manager within e-commerce, there was Excel, which is a very basic way to list projects and have columns of owner, timeline, deliverable. And then there was a little bit of SharePoint for attaching documents, sharing documents, things of that nature. That's not the intended use of those two applications, and so they only take you so far. With Workfront, we had a proper designed work management tool. So it was able to do those basics, those little fundamentals the other tools were accomplishing, and so much more, wrapped around an interface that was meant to provide that. So not only do we get it out of the box, but also working with the Workfront team, one thing was the implementation was wonderful. They helped us customize, base our own processes and procedures. We were very fortunate. When we were getting started with Adobe Workfront, we had an implementation manager come and sit with us for 3 days. And she was able to identify exactly what, and we had communicated prior, by the way, before she arrived on site. So because we had a sense of documenting our own processes, documenting even our team member layout, we had some members in California, some in North Carolina, some in Minnesota. So we had a national team. We had a sense of the work that we had a sense of the team member location, we had a sense of the process, the workflow. Incorporating all of that into a tool that is inherently robust, it made it very rapid, which is what we were hoping for, to be able to start working once the implementation manager left. And that's what we were able to do. The implementation was successful, and then we transitioned very quickly into a normal working cadence. If you're considering buying Adobe Workfront and you need a recommendation, I would definitely make sure, do you have your own workflows documented already? Do you have your processes? It doesn't have to be in anything fancy. You could draw it in PowerPoint. You could even draw it by hand. But have a sense of what you're already doing so you have a sense of your requirements. What's the problem you're trying to solve? Now, I would argue Workfront solves a lot of problems in the work management space, and it provides a great deal of value. But have your own baseline understanding so you have a better, more realistic, and a detailed conversation with Workfront so they can customize to you, because that's what the tool is also all about. Customizing it to what you need versus something bland out of the box.